After Dark, we are here. We are back. And tonight is a actually this week, because we're debuting it tonight, but it's going to run all week long. Jared Petty's and the headliners. The great Heather Rogers, Fabulous Moolah. What's going on, Moolah?
Hey, boo. I'm good. How are you doing?
I don't know. 2 fingers of scotch, and I'm pretty good.
That's good.
All right.
That's good.
And yourself, you were at Snafu.
I was. I love that place. Damn it. They've got the best beer. And they're just tucked away.
Where is it?
It's off of Ashley Phosphate. You turn left right after the little, before wherever that bowling alley is. It's on Industry Drive.
That's over there by Industry Drive.
Yep, right off Industry Drive. It's tucked away, but dude, they're really friendly, good beer. The music was good, man. Long Shot Odds, Blue Ricky, and Close Encounters today. They were awesome.
They do live band?
They did. Well, this is the first time in a while. The guy told me that I guess they tested it out a while back, and so they let it go, and man, it was a good crowd. There were a lot of people out there, so it was cool.
Damn. See, you make me want to move back to Charleston now. I mean,
right?
I hate that I'm not there, but what the hell? And at least now I got a place to go.
Right. That's
okay.
right.
So what's been going on with you since I've been gone?
Nothing. Just doing the same old shit, man. Working. Hopefully working on a project. I know I kind of talked to you a little bit about it, but I don't want to say too much because it's just in the beginning stages. But working on maybe, little cover band project thing happening. So
well, I'm over here working. I'm here working on new material for you and Joe Nice and quite a few other people right now. Good
deal, man.
Quite a few. All right, on tonight's, I gotta stop saying tonight, on this week's episode, Jared Petty's with the S.
Petty's.
Jared Petty's. The new video, Side of the Road, we are going to be debuting the new version that they filmed at Burns Alley. Burns Alley is a cool place to film a video at.
It is. Y'all's video is so awesome, too.
Which one?
Moonstruck.
Moonstruck. We had the time of our life filming Moonstruck at that was nice. Nice. They were mad when we left, but it was nice.
They were.
Okay, well, I tell you what, we're going to get into this interview. We did the interview at Southern Roots Barbecue in Park Circle.
Yep.
And you know how long we've been trying to get Jared on the show. So we finally got him on the show, and got a lot of upcoming things going on After Dark. So stick around. Let's get into this interview, and we'll be right back to close out the show. Jared Petty's on After Dark. After Dark, what's going on? I'm Shawnee. Heather's over there manning the camera there. And come on over here and get you a little sneak, so they know she's actually here. All right, there you go. We're at Southern Roots Barbecue in Park Circle, and I am honored to have this guy sitting right next to me. Y'all already know how I am about Rockabilly. Everybody knows we've had Rockabilly on the show before, Rockabilly videos. I got Jared Petty. Man, I've been trying to cut work to catch one of your shows, man, and I never do it. I can't do it, so I can actually sit and dig into the heart of Rockabilly from Jared Petty, man. What's going on?
Absolutely. What's going on, man? Thanks for having me.
Man, I couldn't wait. We've been trying for a year and some change. Matter of fact, the show has been on for a year and about 4 months now, and I've wanted you on from day one.
Wow.
Couldn't catch up with you, but I got you. You can run, but you're one way or another. Listen, I'm just going to get straight into it. What got you into Rockabilly?
Well, I was a kid growing up. I was exposed a lot to car shows via my father. My father's a big car guy. And going to these shows, I'd hear a lot of 50s music all the time. It's just something that was really nostalgic to me. It brings me back to my young years when I was a little kid, seeing all those classic cars, hearing that kind of music. And I think that's really where it started. And then, of course, my father's music collection was a lot of blues, a lot of surf, a lot of early 50s rock and roll.
Right.
So there's just something about it that really appealed to me, and it really it made me feel like I stepped back in time, and
it does do
something
that.
magic about it, man. I don't know what it is.
You play a mean guitar. When did you first start picking up an axe?
I started playing when I was 8. My father bought me a guitar. It was like a cheap little $8 guitar that he got from the music store. And the best thing he ever could have done is just given it to me. He just handed it to me, didn't teach me anything. He just like, well, see where it goes.
Did he play?
He did. He started playing a few years before he got me that guitar, and he started building his own guitars actually at that point.
Oh, wow.
So it really drew me to it, watching him play and learn and, pick up myself.
There seems to be a resurgence of rockabilly. Rockabilly, I've noticed, every decade has its peak and then it drops really fast. From the Stray Cats to the Brian Setzer Orchestra, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. You had a lot of the resurgence. The swing dancing even came back.
Absolutely.
And now it's making another comeback. And it's surprisingly here in Charleston. What do you think causes that up and down?
I think people just want something new all the time, and I think we're getting to that point in that day age of music where you kind of hit a plateau, and then people start going back to what's organic and where the roots are.
Yeah. What is in Jared Petty's jukebox at home?
Recently I started buying a lot of vinyl records. I have a lot of Eddie Cochran. I have Brian Setzer. I have Elvis. I have actually some Sun Records vinyl 45s.
Whoa.
My drummer Tommy actually just got me a Billy Lee Riley 45.
Oh, wow.
And I think it's an original print too. And just something about it. You put it on there, you drop that needle on there, and it starts crackling.
You hear that crackling sound, and it's. I love that sound.
Oh, I love it.
What made me a DJ, I love it. Okay. Now, your family, how are they getting into it, man?
My immediate family, my kids and wife. They're just dealing with it. They're just putting up with it. They're around music all the time. I'm constantly playing music or playing guitar all the time. My kids get into it and they dance around and sing.
You see the second generation Petty?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah. You say my daughters or?
And either one of them. Any second generation?
Oh, sorry. Of musicians?
Yes.
I think my oldest is really catching to it. My 5-year-old Harley. She's starting to sing quite a bit.
The 5-year-old's name is Harley.
Yes, sir.
I can't.
Rockabilly names. Too.
I can't say anything about it. My grandson's name is DJ.
Oh, no kidding.
Like DJ.
Oh, nice.
No D period DJ.
Nope. That's just straight up what it is.
D-E-E.
No kidding.
DJ. So hopefully he'll pick up after Granddad.
Oh, I'm sure.
The shows are getting more and more interesting. You're spreading out a lot more. Because I know you were heavily known for being like the Rockabilly Q guy. There were some hellified bands this past go round.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't realize there were that many. Were they regional?
Well, we had a lot of. Usually, we have a lot of national acts come through. The special thing this year is we had Reverend Horton Heat come play solo for this show. And that was only really a possibility because it was at Firefly, and the setup was quite a bit different this year. A lot of that was because of COVID. So traditionally, the entire Park Circle area was shut down, and there's 5 stages and over 30 bands playing throughout that entire day. But this year was at Firefly and kind of secluded a little more. So it was a ticketed event, but that allowed for bigger acts to come in and play and entertain everybody. So it was a really cool event.
The bookings you get, I've noticed they're really, I don't want to say they're obscure places, but they're really cool places. What type of venue, how do you get your bookings? Do they come to you, or do you solicit the band? Or how are they getting? Because you're kind of spread out.
It's a little bit of both. I try to think outside the box. I don't really want to stick to a couple or a handful of venues and then just keep pounding those places. I'm trying to reach as far as possible to as many ears as I can from different backgrounds, different everything. Because I really think this kind of music is not really, even though it is a niche genre, it is also very appealing to all.
It's danceable.
Absolutely.
Which brings me to, I saw video footage, and again, I'm jealous as hell I wasn't there. Burns Alley.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Burns Alley is one hell of a place. I did my music video at Burns Alley at like 6 in the afternoon, and the place was going crazy. What is it about Burns Alley that that made y'all just go off like that? Y'all were bananas that night.
I don't know. It's the audience, and I'm not sure what really draws.
Were they buying you shots? Because they have a tendency to get the artists drunk.
Sometimes they do. I try to limit myself. I have a ritual. So before a show, I have a shot of cheap whiskey. I guess it's a really rockabilly thing to do, but just enough just to loosen up a little bit. So I usually don't really drink that much at all during the show because I want to make sure I'm mentally clear and I'm really focused on what I'm doing, but I want to be loose enough where I'm just feeding off the audience and they're feeding off me. And that place specifically, something about it. The crowd just goes wild, and the more wild they go, the more wild we go, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. A couple of gigs ago there that we played, there were actually a group of guys, and it started out as two, pounding on the handrail above the bar instead of clapping. They had like a bunch of other guys came in. They had everybody up in the balcony pounding on it, and I thought it was going to collapse into the bar. It was just absolutely wild.
That upper deck in Burns Alley does scare me because they can get rowdy up in the upper deck.
Oh yeah, and they actually have what's that game? The ball game there.
Is it bocce? It's not the bocce ball. I forget the name.
I forgot what it is too, but that's happened before too, where someone's chucked one of those balls and they come flying off the top of the balcony. Burns Alley. Yep, Burns Alley is where it's at. That's a hell of a show.
We talked to JoJo Dynamo last night, and she's real big into the pinup girl thing, which ties into the rockabilly thing.
Absolutely.
It's like a culture.
It is.
It's like a subculture, and it's amazing. Y'all look the part. You dress the part. You're always slick anytime you're performing. So that is. What do you got new music wise? Some originals coming out soon?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we're starting to hit the studio starting actually next week. What we're going to do is release singles every month, maybe even a couple per month, throughout 2022 until about Rockabilly Q next year, and by that time we're planning on having original Christmas EP out as well around that time. So it's I have a new lineup now. I have a really great band. We've been together, the three of us, since August, with our new drummer Tommy Tipton just joined us.
Okay.
He's previously in the Spasmatics and really talented drummer. And then I have my bass player now is Stephen Palmer. Actually moved up here for the band from Tybee Island, Georgia. And he was a Rockabilly radio host down there for WRUU internet radio.
Right.
So he came up, he's playing with us now, and something about the three of us together, it's just this new sauce. And previously we released our last album in 2020. And I feel like since this new group has been together, it's starting to evolve. We're starting to find our own identity that kind of pushes the bounds of rockabilly to something new.
Good. What was your last video? I have one of your videos. I think I cannot remember which one it was.
Maybe Madly in Love?
That's the one I had. That was the last one. So I'm sure we're gonna get some visuals coming from you. I would really honestly like to see a really good video of y'all live.
Absolutely. That's some stuff we're working on for 2022. I'm not going to be able to release music videos for each and every single that we're putting out, but we have some really creative ideas for some of the new songs that are coming out, and that's definitely a big part. These days, a visual is a very powerful thing when it comes to music now.
Yes.
Because you go to YouTube and you got a visual to go with it. That's its own art form along with the music.
Most of the new songs now, because of the lack of conventional radio, playing, I don't want to say underground music, but playing what they consider to be obscure, YouTube is extremely important. But the attention span of the audience is short.
Yes. Yep.
So, and I hate that because you can't release a full album.
Right.
8 tracks is like crazy. 6 of them aren't going to get heard.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, we're living a time now where the music has really changed. The whole process and the way everybody is buying and consuming music is completely different than it was even 5 years ago, 10 years ago. So traditionally everybody released like a CD, like a full-length album. But like you're saying, people aren't really doing that anymore. They're streaming. So now people are releasing singles and, funny enough, vinyl. So everybody's coming out with vinyl now, but now everybody's coming out with vinyl. So now the layover for that's like 6 to 9 months for vinyl to get released now.
Not to mention the price of vinyl is not $3.99 Sam Goody. I was in Walmart the other day, and I think they re-released Al Green's Greatest Hits, the one that came out in like 75.
No kidding.
But it was $32. I've still got the original vinyl with just a little bit of snap crackle on it. So,
oh yes, yeah, definitely.
They find a way to make some money. We can hear Jared Petty music currently on Spotify,
Deezer, Pandora, any major music platform we're on right now. And that goes as well for the singles coming out as well. As they get released, they're going to be distributed to every major music platform.
That is great. Jared Petty, thanks, man.
Thank you so much for having me.
I can't believe it.
Absolute pleasure, man. Thank you.
Jared Petty. All right, y'all. After dark, we're going to kick it with a little bit more stuff with Heather in just a few minutes. Thanks, man. And again, good luck to you. Make sure y'all go check out Jared Petty and his band. Hopefully I can see you with a full brass section. I'd love to see you with a brass section.
That idea's been tossed around a few times.
Even if it's just a sax, trumpet, and trombone.
That would be killer.
A couple pieces of brass. Killer. I'll talk to Charlton for you. I know people.
Sounds good.
All right. Stick around. We got more for you on After Dark.
Thank you very much.
Years back by Georgia Bay, heading home at the end of the day. She crossed my eye just as I passed by. From what I thought was something old, looked kinda ratty but plain soul, so I slammed on the brakes with the round in my. She was a bit more Chevy with 3 to 3, and the prices that seemed fair to me, even though street 6 speeding with a knuckle stick. But I had the cash, so I pulled it out. In the back of my head, I knew without a doubt, being braced real pickup on the engine was worth the lick. Took 3 long years, but when I was done, paint job dancing the solid sun, and the X-ray snapped pretty much everywhere she goed. But the goddamn bitch gave me so much hell, and I let out a rebel yell. It's time she broke down cold outside the road. Well, it's never hard to get a helping hand. She's the prettiest truck in all the land. Next wrist snapped even when she had to get told. And I called her to stop, she'd start to quit, and she lives barking out through the bed. But she sure looked good broken down on the side of the road. Woo! Tried everything, brand new coils and piston rings, and I switch on the battery every couple of weeks. Try to cart a YF with an automatic choke, and I come to stop. She start to smoke, try brand new seats, but she always wanted to leak. I never had a heart to put her up for sale, even when transmissions start to fail. Never had a cash to buy a block V8. But that two-tone bar looked mighty fine. I polished her up, she'd really shine, but she broke down almost on every day. But it was never hard to get a helping hand. She's the prettiest truck in all the land. Next wrist snapped even when she had to get told. And I called her to stop, she'd start to quit, and she was barking out through the bay. But she sure looked good broken down on the side of the road.